Your Excellency, Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GSFR, the Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, my brother, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Your Excellency, the former Vice President, Architect Namadi Mohamed Sambo, the Deputy Senate President of the Federal of Nigeria, Senator Barrow Jibrin, CFR, the National Security Advisor, my friend and brother, Malan Nuhur Badu, my esteemed colleagues, the Governor of Kwara State, my brother and the Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, His Excellency Abdurrahman Abdrazak, the Chairman of Progressive Governors Forum, distinguished Senator Hope Ozoduma, the Governor of Ogun State, His Excellency Dapo Abiodun, Your Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency the Governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, Your Excellency the Governor of Kebbi State, Comrade Nasri Idris, Your Excellency the Governor of Jigawa State, Malan Umar Namadi, Your Excellency the Governor of Ekiti State, Your Excellency Abiodun Abayomi, Your Excellency the Governor of Ebonyi State, Francis Oyufuru, Your Excellency the Deputy Governor of Sokoto State, my brother Idris Gobir, and the Governor of Edo State, Your Excellency Monde Opebolo, ministers here present, Mr. President, permit me at this juncture to stand on the well-established protocol. But I will not forget to acknowledge my own Emir, His Highness the Emir of Zozo, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, who is here with us, and other traditional rulers here with us. Mr. President, today I stand before you, not merely as the Governor of Kaduna State, but as a humble custodian of the hopes and dreams of millions, as witness to transformation, a voice for peace, and a partner in shared mission that transcends politics, region, ethnicity. I welcome you, Mr. President, not just to Kaduna State, but to a vibrant story, a story of resilience, revert, and unwavering hope. Your presence here today, Your Excellency, is much more than a ceremony. It is a profound affirmation that leadership, when grounded in empathy and vision, can change destinies. You embody that leadership, one that listens, acts, and heals. You remind us that governance is not an end in itself, but a sacred trust bestowed by people, a trust to serve with integrity and purpose. For every farmer who once abandoned his fertile land out of fear, for every child who now walks safely to school, for every mother who can access health care without worry, and for every youth who dares to dream again, your leadership is a beacon of light, Mr. President. It is working and is changing lives. Allow me first to express my profound gratitude to you, Mr. President, for the great honor bestowing upon me the prestigious National Honor Award of Commander of the Order of Niger, CON. This recognition, Mr. President, particularly for my humble contribution during the historic Gintop movement and the struggle for enthronement of democracy, is a testament that the sacrifice of yesterday paved the way for the triumphs of tomorrow. Gintop symbolizes the Nigerian people's quest for democracy and justice, ideals that your leadership today continues to nurture and defend. Your Excellency, with the 100 CNG buses that you are about to commission, our administration shall immediately crash the cost of commuting within Kaduna by generously subsidizing the fares on the buses for all residents of our estates. However, our workers, retirees, and students will use the buses free of charge for the first 6 months, Mr. President. We are introducing these new buses to provide our citizens with reliable, eco-friendly transportation options. Mr. President is respectfully invited to note that on March 11, 2025, at Kakuri, Kaduna, I performed the official project launch of the Kaduna Bus Rapid Transit System, a 24-kilometer corridor from Kawo to Sabantesha. From Kawo to Sabantesha, groundbreaking for the construction of Southern Terminal, an ultra-modern central motor park that will serve as a battle hub for our transportation network. The Kaduna Bus Rapid Transit, which is the first of its kind in northern Nigeria and the second in Nigeria after Lagos, marks a significant milestone in our commitment to enhancing public transportation, fostering sustainable urban development, and improving the quality of life of our citizens. It is my hope that Mr. President will again do us the honor of coming to commission Kaduna Bus Rapid Transit project when it is completed by the grace of God sometimes next year, Mr. President. Mr. President, Kaduna State is grateful to you for fully supporting the smooth implementation of our master plan on transportation. Through your words, you provided the sum of 100 billion naira in the 2025 budget of the federal government for the construction of the Kaduna Light Rail Transit. We say thank you, Mr. President. This gesture is indeed heartwarming. Mr. President, you have always been there for Kaduna State. We owe you a debt of gratitude, Mr. President. Kindly permit me, Your Excellency, to speak very briefly about the Institute of Vocational Training and Skill Development that you have just done us the huge honor of commissioning. Necessary steps have been taken to ensure that the institutes truly become a world-class and globally respected vocational training facility. Pursuant to this fact, the Kaduna State government has partnered with the National Board for Technical Education. This partnership will guarantee the issuance to graduates of the institute the National Skill Qualification Certification under the Nigerian Skill Qualification Framework, NSQF, recognized in the Federal Scheme of Service in Nigeria and internationally. NSQF is a system for the development, classification, and recognition of skills, knowledge, and understanding and competency acquired by individuals according to industry standards. It is a globally recognized credentials that enhances the employability of graduates both within Nigeria and internationally. Additionally, the Institute offers certifications from renowned organizations such as Microsoft, Google, Cisco, and Huawei, further bolstering the credential of the trainees. In a bid to integrate traditional craftsmanship with modern vocational training, our administration has remodeled famous Panteka Market into Dumada, Kaduna, transforming it to a major center for skill acquisition and job creation. Engaging over 38,000 artisans, the reworked Panteka Market has become the largest informal skill acquisition hub in the whole of Africa, Mr. President, surpassing even the legendary Jokali in Kenya, which is now second to Kaduna. The remodel Penteka offers training in carpentry, welding, painting, roofing, plumbing, and electrical work, to name but a few, providing artisans with opportunities to enhance their skills and improve their livelihoods. To oversee and coordinate the skills development effort, I have since inaugurated the Kaduna State Skills Development Council, which I personally chair. The council serves as the highest decision-making body for skills development in the state. Its primary responsibility include evolving a skill development framework, creating strategic implementation plans, and supervising the execution of operational plans aimed at addressing youth unemployment in the state. The council formation underscores our administration's commitment to structured and sustainable approach to skills development. Your Excellency, Mr. President, like you already know, when we assumed office in 2023, Kaduna State was a state under siege. A land plagued by violence, banditry, and deep-seated mistrust. Our villages, once vibrant hubs of agriculture and culture, had become shadows of their former selves. Our highways, once arteries of commerce and connection, had turned into perilous zones where fear reigned. Investors seen only insecurity turn away, dimming the promise of prosperity. But we did not surrender to despair. We understood that security is a foundation upon which all other progress depends. Without it, development is but a mirage. Thus, with your unwavering support and partnership, Mr. President, we embark on a bold and comprehensive strategy to reclaim our land and restore hope. Our security framework rested on three pillars, Mr. President. Number one is strategic coordination. Number two is community engagement. And number three is socio-economic revitalization. Your administration's steadfast support was instrumental, Mr. President. The National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhur Badu, the Defense Headquarters under the able leadership of CDS, General Christopher Musa, and other security agencies stood with us as committed allies. Together, we mounted precision operation in flashpoints: Birnin Gwari, Chikun, Giwa, Igabi, Kachia, Giwa, and Zangon Katap areas, long held hostage by criminals and terrorists. Joint task forces now patrol our roads with enhanced surveillance technology and reinforced logistics from the state government. These measures have brought back a sense of safety where once there was only dread. Yet, Mr. President, we knew that military might alone cannot build lasting peace. You taught us, Mr. President, that peace must be cultivated through dialogue, trust, and inclusion. Thus, the Kaduna peace model was born, a revolutionary approach that prioritized hearts and mind over weapons and wars. I personally convened over 50 consultative meetings with traditional rulers, religious leaders, Fulani herders, farmers, women, and youth groups across all 23 local government areas. These gatherings were not merely formalities, but sincere attempts to weave a tapestry of understanding and shared destiny. Peace councils were established in each senatorial zone, chaired by respected elders who command the trust of their communities. These councils have become vital instruments for mediation, conflict prevention, and reconciliation. The results have been extraordinary, Mr. President. Over 500 hectares of farmland, once abandoned and overgrown, have been reclaimed. Our farmers have returned to the fields, sowing seed of hope and harvest of prosperity. Markets once shut owing to security challenges have not just been open, but are actually bubbling, and our very productive farmers are smiling to the banks. About 535 schools across 8 of the most impacted local government areas that were closed as a result of insecurity have since reopened, helping to reduce very drastically the number of out-of-school children that once littered corners and streets of our dear state, Mr. President. Kaduna roads from Saminaka to Zangon Katab, from Giwa to Godogodo are alive with commerce, culture, and confidence. Newest data indicate that on a daily basis, Mr. President, about 28 trailer loads of livestock, mostly cattle, depart Benungwari en route to Lagos, a testament to restore trust and security that will have been unimaginable only a short time ago, Mr. President. Remember, you traveled along with me to Benungwari on 12 December 2022. We there couldn't pass that road, but we used at least 30 armored vehicles with you under the former GOC late Labaja of blessed memory. Today, Mr. President, you can go to Benungwari with the eyes closed without a single police escort. That is an achievement. Our peace model has attracted national and international attention. It is now a case study for effective community-led peace building, a beacon of hope in a region long defined by conflicts. But peace without prosperity is an empty victory, Mr. President. That is why we have pursued a new social contract, one that respects opportunity and inclusion from the ground up. We launched an unprecedented infrastructure program, the largest in Kaduna history, with 79 roads spanning 780 kilometers. 29 roads have already been completed, Mr. President, bringing connectivity to once isolated communities and opening new avenues for trade and investment. Just like our elder, Jamani Lokot, have just said, here in Kaduna, Mr. President, we have embarked on a project without political, religion, or ethnic affiliation. It's about governance, Mr. President. So we have taken development to every part of Kaduna State. In education, Mr. President, we have, in the last 2 years, built 62 new secondary schools, constructed 722 new classrooms, renovated 1,049 classrooms in various primary schools across Kaduna State. Your Excellency, we have slashed by 50% the tuition fees in all government-owned tertiary institutions in Kaduna, Mr. President. This singular factor has since led to an astronomical rise in the enrollment of our children in these schools, an improvement that reflects not statistics, Mr. President, but real lives of young people whose futures have been reignited. We have expanded access to finance with the support of an audacious executive order on financial inclusion, which I signed, Mr. President, in 2023, with a view to addressing the exclusion of a large portion of our population from financial services. Pursuant to this order, over 2.5 million unbanked citizens of Kaduna State have now been brought into financial services system in Kaduna State. These are farmers, artisans, traders, entrepreneurs, now empowered to save, borrow, and invest in their futures. Our financial inclusion strategy have also enabled us to develop a register of poor and vulnerable, with the crucial data now readily available Our efforts at lifting many of our underserved persons from poverty to prosperity in line with Mr. President's Renew Hope agenda is now much more possible and realizable. Healthcare has been transformed from a system of broken promises to one of functioning, accessible service. Over 1,100 primary healthcare centers are now operational in Kaduna State. 225 of the primary healthcare centers upgraded to level 2 status, the highest of this primary healthcare around the country, Mr. President. This means that every ward in Kaduna State now has an upgraded primary healthcare centers. In the same regard, an additional 16 high-volume general hospitals have been upgraded, remodeled, and equipped to centers of excellence. Equally important is the fact that several primary healthcare centers across the state that were once shut down due to security concerns have all been reopened and revamped, making access to healthcare much easier for our people, Mr. President. Our 300 hostel bed, which Your Excellency has kindly commissioned today, is a landmark achievement, a facility that meets international standards, offering advanced care and stemming the tide of outbound medical tourism from the north. Therefore, at this juncture, I'm proud that this hospital is named after President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now, the hospital is Bola Ahmed Tinubu Specialty Hospital in Kaduna. Governance in Kaduna has transcended partnership, ethnicity, and religion. When I took the oath of office, I vowed to govern Kaduna as one. Muslim and Christians, Hausa and Atia, Baju and Fulani, Jaba and Gure, Adara and Ikulu. Indeed, all residents of Kaduna State, APC, PDP, Labour Party, or no party at all. Today, Kaduna exemplifies unity in diversity. We witness defection across party lines into ruling party, APC, not because of political maneuvering, but because of trust earned by transparent, accountable, and inclusive leadership. Here we ask not who you voted for, but how we can serve you better. Mr. President, your new hope agenda is steering Nigeria away from drift and division towards renewed purpose and progress. Your courageous economic reforms, removing of sustainable fuel subsidy, unifying essence rates, and strengthening institutions are restoring confidence to our economy. The world watches, and here in Kaduna, we are building on the foundation you laid. Our journey ahead is clear. We will consolidate our security gains, expand industrialization, attract more investment, and lift our people permanently out of poverty. Mr. President, it will interest you. We will continue to be a beacon of accountability and openness and people-first governance, proving that governance can work when leadership is visionary and dedicated to service. Mr. President, Kaduna is more than a state. It is a macrocosm of Nigeria, diversity, challenges, and potential. It is testament to what can be achieved when courage meets conviction. We are not just building roads, schools, and hospitals. We are building trust, hope, and future where every Nigerian thrives. Mr. President, because of time, I think I will need to run up. But before I do that, Mr. President, I want to seize this opportunity to say one or two things about what you've done. Mr. President, at this juncture, I would like to seize the opportunity to thank you. Thank you because what you've done in Nigeria, particularly in the area of infrastructure, has received a remarkable boost. The reconstruction of key highways, expansion of red lines, and the revival of Moribund project have rekindled economic activities across the north. In agriculture and agro-businesses, the President has empowered thousands of our farmers with inputs, irrigation facilities, and access to markets, catalyzing a new era of self-reliance and food security. We thank you, Mr. President. This is not just governance. It is a statesmanship. The North has been embraced by His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We must not forget this. We must stand firm and united behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His vision aligns with our aspiration, and his action speaks louder than the thousand promises. Let the North be the bedrock of this renewed hope, a strong, proud pillar for President who has stood by us in words and in deeds. Let us rise and say it boldly, Tinubu deserves our full support and backing, and we will not relent in supporting this great leader who has given so much, not just to our well-being today, but also to our future. On behalf of the grateful people of Kaduna State, Mr. President, I want to specially thank you for the appointments of some of my friends and brothers. Number one is the Right Honorable Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. We want to say thank you for giving us this opportunity. I want to also thank you for the appointment of General Christopher Musa as number one military officer in Nigeria, as a CDS. We want to thank you, Mr. President. I want to also thank you for the appointment of our minister, Balarabe Abbas, the minister. Also thank you, Mr. President, for the appointment of Mohammed Sani Dettijo, our brother, as a deputy governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. Mr. President, I want to thank you for the appointment of Malang Hamis Yusuf Merago as the chairman of NIMASA Governing Board. I want to also thank you for the appointment of Lord Samale Yakawada as the chairman of the Northwest Development Commission. Only recently, Mr. President, you also appointed Matthew Hassan Kuka as the chancellor of the newly established Federal University of Applied Science here in Kaduna. I want to thank you for this very deserving appointment. Mr. President, I will not forget to thank you specially now for the appointment of our little brother, Usman, who is with you there, who is very, very loyal to us. Mr. President, you know, for you to appoint him at this very exalted position, there is no way we cannot thank you. The entire Kaduna people have asked me specially to thank you for the appointment of Usman Shugaba. Shugaba is someone we are really happy with his appointment. He's a very loyal officer, dedicated officer. All the youths here, Mr. President, are proud of his own appointment. I want to thank you, Mr. President. Finally, I want to thank you on behalf of the entire people of Kaduna State. May God bless Kaduna State. May God bless the people of Nigeria. May God bless our able and amiable President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, distinguished Dr. Sani, CON.